Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Smurfettesims and I am here with an episode from a very long-standing LP that has been on my channel since I began playing or recording and playing The Sims 4, and that is my City Living LP. It is a private LP. I ended up turning it into that because it just kind of got stale for the channel in my opinion, so I just been playing it offline with Amelia, and recently after streaming and discussing it with a friend of mine, Smurfettesims, hey girl, came up with a new scenario about it. It was inspired by her Let's Play, her Talla Legacy, and it just gave me some ideas on rotational gameplay and how to kind of spice it up personally. And then she was like, no, you need to record it. So I came up with a whole plot, and I had planned on doing like a mini machinima of it, but of course with in real life issues and then my own personal health issues, I have not been able to complete that. So I was in it today and I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna record it for you guys, and then that way I'll record it for you guys, and then that way I can just spell out the story. So that's what we're gonna do here. So right now we are in California. It is that world that came with Get Famous, I believe. I don't know the name of the world, but I call it California because that's what it reminds me of. And they live on this end of the block next to, they live in this little cul-de-sac next to the highway and next to the little kids area. I downloaded this house from, Lord, you would think I would know his name. I can't think of it right now. I'll have it down in the description. I want to say Mr. Oakland, I think is his name, or something like that. But anyway, beautiful home. I love the aesthetics of it. Everything about it was just like right up the vibe for Maddie and Summer. And then I was trying to also too, I'm doing a voiceover for this LP because I recorded the entire LP and did not realize that my mic was muted the entire time. So yeah, but I was saying like Maddie is well-to-do. She is a banker, investor, and so she's able to afford this type of living, plus what her fiance does. So we are going to go through a quick house tour just to kind of give you guys a view of what their home looks like. I was having some camera issues. I don't know what was going on with the camera, but we finally got it fixed, and now we're about to go inside and look at the home and everything about it. So that was the doormat. I just love all these like custom doormats. So this is the entryway, and that is the ceiling. It is not the sky. I guess when I downloaded this, I don't think the ceiling part of it was part of the Sims, so it came after, and I haven't been back in this LP to fix that. But anyway, you come in, you go to the left, and you have the living room. Of course, it's an open concept home, which is what I absolutely love. Maddie is a neat freak. She's a neat sim, so she likes everything nice and white. Cream, neutral tones, so that way, you know, cleanliness, she can make sure everything is clean, nothing looks dirty. So her whole entire house is basically these warm cream and brown wood tones. And then you go into here, and this is the laundry room slash powder room for, you know, guests to come in, use the bathroom. We go out of there, and then we're gonna go into Summer's room. Summer is her daughter. She's a teenager in high school, and she has her ensuite. Both bedrooms have an ensuite. It's a 2-bedroom bath. So this is hers. Her bathroom is just a little bit bigger than her mother's bathroom, but it's fine. I'm not really sure why it's like a double shower, but whatever. And then you come out of her room into the study or work area. So this is where Maddie would do her work whenever she works from home, and where Summer does her schoolwork whenever she, you know, gets home from school. So that's that. And then that is the backyard with the sliding open doors, you have your barbecue area, eat outside area with the little patio. Then we have this large pool. Everything is fenced off, so that way Sims neighbors don't just come walking up, you know. So we have that. And then we come back in, again, open concept. So this is the kitchen slash dining area, or kitchen nook, I guess you can call it, because they don't really have a true formal dining room. Very small, it's just the two of them, so it fits perfectly. I have not went in and put in any extra clutter or anything like that, because I just don't feel that Maddy is that type of person. And then we go into the master, which is Maddy's room. You walk right in, and then there's the closet. A full-length mirror, which I absolutely love. She has a fireplace in her bedroom, as well as a entryway into the backyard. She has this nice little patio area where she can come out and sit on warm nights, as well as access to the pool if she wants to take a midnight swim. And then you go back inside. That's a really good view of how the bedroom looks. And then this is her bathroom off to the left here. And like I said, it's very small, but it works for her since it's just her here. So yeah, we have that whole thing. And I'm trying to remember what happened next. I think I just had them they were eating breakfast. And I was trying to get the camera to go right on this part right here. I guess I could have edited this out while I was talking about it. Since I'm doing a voiceover, I could have just edited that out, but whatever. Let's see, what do we do next? Okay, so then I came over here, and they were just sitting here chit-chatting. Maddy and Summer, Maddy gets along very well with Summer. Summer is a very good daughter. She's a good sim. She gets good grades in school. She's actually taking college prep courses. And yeah, like they are really decent, really good together. And yeah, they like jokes and fun stuff. So I would say that they have a very good mother-daughter relationship. Definitely, for sure. So right here I am talking about Maddy's job. Like I said, she's in banking, she's an investor, and I think I was trying to get her to do some work, but it was like part of her job was to research some stocks, and I could not find the menu option for it. So what I ended up doing was just typing it in, and then it came up, and so then I was, having her do that, and then I was going to go ahead and send Summer to hang out with some of her friends for the afternoon, because it's like breakfast morning time right now. So that's what I was going to do there. So we're going to just go ahead and jump to that part. So here we are, and I was picking for Summer to go to a summer concert with some of her friends. So we picked all of the classmates that she knows, even the girls with the red, because I'm not really sure why they have good compatibility to be friends. So I'm not really sure like what's going on with the red part, because when she goes to school, I just send her off to school. I don't go with her. So we sent her off to go to a concert with her friends, and now we are going to transition over to Quincy, which is Maddy's fiance. So that's where we're going to head off to now. And here we are at Quincy's apartment. He lives in New Crest. Yeah. He went and got his own place after some things happened between well, no, he already had his own place. Even though him and Maddy are engaged, they decided to still live separately until they got married. Okay, so everything's been fine. They spend a night here, they spend a night there, whatever. Summer has a room here at her dad's and stuff. They've been co-parenting, and everything has been absolutely fine with them. There's not been any issues, but some things took place that Quincy, or Q is what I call him, was not aware of that Maddy had been doing. And so he moved here into the apartment building that Amelia's boyfriend lives in, and all of his frat brothers, they own the apartment complex and everything. So he moved upstairs on the 3rd floor. And while he was downstairs one day at the courtyard hanging out with, meeting the neighbors and stuff like that, because the courtyard is like a little gathering place where everybody at the apartment complex has got a pool table down there. It has a big screen TV, it has a grill, so it's like literally just like a hangout spot for, the apartment complex where everybody have community. And he was hanging out there meeting, the new neighbors and stuff. And you know how guys are, they were just chit-chatting, they were talking and everything. And Q, while he was sitting there, one of the other fellows came home from work one evening pretty late. And they're like, yo, dude, the other guys that live there all know each other. They was like, yo, dude, what's going on? You in here late, you coming home late. He was like, yo, man, which is Wade. They was like, yo, man, I just had the hookup of the hookup, time. He was like, this chick at work, yo, I got her. And they're like, yo, for real? And he was like, yeah. And then, of course, Q is just like sitting here, he doesn't know Wade. So he's just sitting there listening. And because everybody's kind of so wrapped up in what's going on with Wade and stuff, Q never got introduced, formally introduced to Wade. So he doesn't know this person. But Wade showed some compromising positions. Unbeknownst to Maddy, Wade had his phone positioned a particular way to record their interaction. Why he did that, don't know. It's not like Wade knew that she was engaged or anything like that, because Maddy doesn't wear her ring like she should. But they have been having some things at work and some issues at work. They've been working late, her with the banking part of the business, him with the legal part of the business, trying to take over acquisitions and all that stuff. They had a lot of late night involvement in work, and things happen when you work that close with people. Sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but if you want it to happen, it'll happen. So they began getting really close, and of course, a kiss here, a kiss there, calls during the day, how you doing, calls in the evening, what's going on, did you discuss this, blah blah blah, things like that. And so recently they were together at night in the office alone, just the two of them, and things happened. Wade recorded some of that stuff and he was showing it to the fellas, and Q got a glimpse of it, and he was like, I know that's not my lady. I know that's not Maddy that I'm seeing on this dude's phone. Q didn't say anything. He was just like, I know that's not her. That can't be her. So he's been trying to deal with that, and Q is like a boss. He is like he owns a lot of properties and things like that, as well as pharmaceuticals, street pharmaceuticals. So, he handles things a lot differently than the typical person was. He wasn't going to confront her. He wanted to just kind of see if this was true. If it's true, it gives somebody enough rope, they'll hang themselves. Basically, is his is his motto, and that's exactly what he intends on doing. So right now Q has just been kind of hoeing around. He's in this space in his mind where he just don't give a F. And so yeah, you'll see the little Fruity app and the calls coming in like, ooh, send me some pictures, send me, I want to get to know you better. And he's like, okay, shoot, go ahead, no problem, kind of thing. So he's just kind of trying to deal with everything and trying to figure out like what the heck is going on. Like, he don't want to believe it, but he kind of believe it. So that's where we are at with Q. He is starting to lose trust in Maddy, and he's kind of devastated because he hurt. He just hurt. So right now I have him making some food so that way he can eat and relax, and then eventually he is going to head off to work. And once he heads off to work, then we are going to go over to Wade's apartment so that way you guys can meet Wade. Alright, so this is Q leaving for work, and then now we are at Wade's apartment. He literally lives directly across the hall from Q, but Q doesn't know this yet. So this is Wade's apartment, and basically I was just saying that this is kind of brings me back to when I first started playing Sims, because this apartment is totally like all Sims stuff. There's literally no CC in here whatsoever. But it was kind of cool to look at it because I was like, oh my god, like my style has not changed whatsoever. Like, it's still open concept and everything, and that's, I don't know, I just think that's kind of cool. But anyway, this is Mr. Wade. He is one of the frat brothers from the original LP. He lives on the 3rd floor. He is currently a paralegal, but he is going down the law firm track, so he is trying to be a lawyer. He just passed, I believe, not the bar, but some type of some type of test that he needed to pass with in regards to his career. So right now I have him fixing, I believe, some dinner is what he is attempting to do. And as far as work, yeah, this is where I show you like everything that he's done. He's literally up for a promotion, so that's kind of good. It's just that he does have quite a ways to go for it, but he's completed like all his tasks, so there's really not much for me to do in regards to that. But while Wade was cleaning up, I think he's downstairs taking out the trash or whatever, and before he came upstairs to start cooking, he got a text message or a phone call from Maddy. Now, Maddy knows what Q does for work, obviously, so she knows that he is usually working in the evenings. So Maddy takes that time to do her work or discuss the case or anything like that. And there's been many of times where she has reached out to Wade. And so since Summer is out at a concert with her friends, she decided to contact Wade and ask him if he wanted to come over and hang out, which we will see in a few moments. So here we see Maddy calling him, asking him if he, or I think it was a phone call, calling him, asking him to come on over. And so Wade was like, sure, not it's gonna be a problem. Unfortunately, when he got there, Summer had just gotten back from all her friends. So Maddy quickly called and was like, yo, I'll meet you around the corner. I'm just gonna tell her that I have to run to the office. So Maddy left in her car, met him around the corner, and then they both got into the same car and they drove to this spot. So this is like a hookah lounge in town that they went to. And as they were walking in, unbeknownst to them, Quincy Q was here. he was sitting over here waiting on one of his partners to show up with some information that needed to be given. He had finished his rounds of everything that what he needed to do and came here for a quick drink and, you know, talk business. And he sees Maddy walk in with the guy from the apartment complex, Wayne, and he's like, what the F? Like, really, that was her. That's who I saw on his phone. Oh my God. But he's not going to approach just yet. He wants to sit and watch and to see, I guess with his own eyes, the interaction between the two. So yeah, this was just the perfect timing because I did not know that this was actually going to happen. I did not know that Q was going to be here when I sent them to this restaurant. This is when I love The Sims. So they're having just like their little chat and everything, and then they have their little hookah. They're talking, they're flirting. You know, Wade is throwing kisses to her and stuff, you know, and everything, and you know, everything's just going according to their plan. They have no clue that, well, she has no clue that Q is over there watching this whole interaction. So after they get some, you know, hookah in them, they decide that they want to get a little bit more comfortable, and they transition over to the sofa, which is across from where they're sitting at. So they're over here making out, kissing, and everything, and then they get up to have a little hug or a little snuggle, whatever you want to call it. And this is when Q decides to, he's had enough of seeing all of this, and he's just like, I can't believe what is going on. And so he comes over to confront Maddy, and this is all that transpires. Yeah, he's like totally pissed off. He's like, what the fuck? What is going on here? And so she's trying to explain it's not what it looks like, and he's like, oh hell, it is what it looks like. And then she's telling Wade, shut up, just shut up. And Q is like, don't tell him to shut up. What is going on? He was like, why would you do this to me? We're engaged. And Wade is like, what? You know, because Maddy doesn't wear her ring to work. And so that's their first interaction. He was like, you're the dude from the apartment complex. And he was like, you shouldn't be messing with my soon-to-be wife, you know. And then Maddy's like, can we just go over here and let's just talk? And Wade, just stay out of it. So Wade decides that he don't know what to do in this situation. He calls Tony, and he's just like, I need to know what to do. So he's on the phone with Tony, and he wants to get some advice on what the hell he needs to do. Meanwhile, Q and Maddy came over here to the corner to sit down and talk. She is apologizing profusely to him. She's like, babe, I am just so sorry. This is not what it appears to be. It's just been a lot of stress at work, late nights. It wasn't intentional. It was just a one-time thing. I still love you. He's like, I don't want to hear it. And she's just like, but babe, I love you. Like, we can get over this. And then he's like, how am I going to get over this? And he's like, why would you even do this to me? And so she's explaining to him that, you know, for whatever reason, she's just kind of like unbalanced, and she doesn't know really where her heart is. She's starting to have feelings for this guy, and he's like, feelings? What the fuck you mean feelings? And so she's like, listen, there's something I have to confess. I've developed feelings for Wade, and therefore I'm in this really tough spot, and I never expected this to happen. And he's like, that's a piss poor excuse. I don't even want to hear it. So they're going on arguing, as you can hear. The way Sims argue, which is absolutely so hilarious. How they argue, because it's like one moment they're like, oh, hee, and then it's back to arguing. It's so weird. But he's basically telling her off, like, I don't want to hear it. You know, you're supposed to be faithful. This ain't you. I don't know what has gotten into you, your career. He was like, if there was any issues, you could have came and talked to me. And she's like, anytime I needed to talk to you, you were never there. You're never home in the evening when I need you to be. You're always gone. And then he's like, that's still no excuse for you to go out here and cheat on me. And then she's just like, men do it all the time, so I don't understand what the problem is. Just, you know, you can get over it just like you expect us to get over it. And then he was just like, I'm not the other men, so just leave me alone. And then he decided to just walk off from her. So at this point, she's just doesn't know what to do. Wade comes back over. He's like, who is that? And she was like, that was my fiance. And everything that we've done, you know, it shouldn't have happened the way it happened. I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know what got into my head. I just started developing feelings for you, and I'm just stuck. I have a child that I need to explain this to, you know, her father. I'm all out of sorts at this point. I don't know what to do. If you could just go ahead and drop me off at my car, I need time to think. And so that's what happens. He go ahead and, you know, takes her home, or takes her to her car. She drives over to her girlfriend's house, and Q, he left and went over to his boy's house because he just needed to talk. So him and his boy went to the bar, and he went and told him everything that was going on, and his boy just like, dude, you really gotta think about this. Is this something you want to do? Go through it. It could be just a one-time thing off, but you know, it's a lot of stuff that you're gonna have to think through. So they just continued to sit at the bar and, you know, talk about the situation and everything. And yeah, that's pretty much it to the story. So this is like where we're at now with my City Living LP. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's a little bit more to come. You're going to see her talking with her girlfriend at the house, and then the ending. So I would just want to tell you guys thank you very much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any feedback or you just want to let me know that you liked it, please leave a comment, and thank you, and I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.
Shaka Teebs,
Lissarak,
Siglona,
Wavina,
Garza, Franga Gwis, Dens Doba, Tribna, Tunga Chusen, Hunga.